You can see there, Sky's Katerina Vittozzi is at Manchester Airport. So UK airspace isn't closed, Katerina, but I guess it might as well be.
Yeah, the disruption it's causing just in this one terminal in one UK airport. Well, if this is an indication of what might be happening across the UK, and we know it is happening across the UK, then the disruption is intense on one of the busiest travel days of the year. I've been speaking to passengers here who've had flights cancelled from Manchester to France, to Limoges, to Verona in Italy, to Cork in Ireland, and to Scotland as well. And lots of people talking to me about the frustration they've had in getting information about what's happening. It has been a rather sort of a drip of information. And because of the people I've been speaking to, like myself, are on the other side of security, so on the departure side of security, airport staff say it is now the responsibility of your airline and the airline staff in order to get you back past border control and back onto the other side of the airport, because the blunt message that people I've spoken to that they've heard from airlines is that they will not be flying today. There are still a few brave souls hanging around the departure lounge. On the information board, at least, it says that their flights are still due to take off, although with some delays, although informally they say they've been told by airport staff that it is more than likely that their flights will be cancelled altogether. But people not really wanting to push the red button and leave the departures lounges for the minute, just in case it might be the case that there could be a chance that their flight is just delayed, although that seems incredibly unlikely at the minute. I was speaking to some passengers about whether they're able to rebook. They say that the soonest flight that they've been able to rebook at the minute are for flights for tomorrow. They say they've been looking on the airline apps, and it looks like the rest of the day, at least from Manchester Terminal 3, where I am, passengers I've spoken to say it looks like they will not be flying anywhere today. For some people, it means that they've missed out on holiday. I spoke to one couple who were part of a tour group who had been due to go to Poland. I spoke to a young couple who were visiting family, visiting elderly grandparents. They also weren't going to be able to make that. And also just to 3 19-year-olds on a university break. They were going for a short 3-night trip to Ibiza before they headed back to university for the start of term. They say even if we're now able to get on a flight out tomorrow, it seems increasingly unlikely that we'd only have 2 nights there. And quite simply, we really probably won't bother. But what some people have said is quite good, although the information they're getting from the airports is pretty slim and sketchy at the minute, is that some have already been contacted by their airlines to organise a refund or a rebooking of the trip. Lots of that is via people who are able to use the app, but for the people who aren't perhaps quite so technically savvy, it's a case of queuing in a very, very long queue and trying to find out what information they can here at the airport itself.